Because she broke it down to these guys.
Her game and what she was trying to accomplish, and not
just the women. And she even told them, I got more, the coldest line she said, I got more checks in my DMs than Nike. I said, wow.
Disappear from social media and do this instead. Be richer than...
Indiana.
Yes.
Okay, and she's trying to tell them how this is played out. She say, it's women out there that do their homework. They know everything about y'all because you tell on yourself on the gram and on social. So they know how to get you. And you thinking you conquering it and you ain't, because it's all a plan.
You think you run a game and they run a game on you.
She was unbelievable. And I'm hoping, and I know, a few guys learned tremendously from her speech. She brought us, she opened a lot of...
This is something else that I want to talk about, because Deion Sanders has also hinted at, Travis Hunter basically doing too much simping.
Better when I tell her I only want her. I don't want nobody else. I don't look at nobody else.
Don't put that in the video.
No, put that in the video. Keep that right in the video.
I think he got married on this and ain't told nobody.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. Because I'm going to do your prenup for you. It's going to be about this thick.
Now, Deion Sanders makes this particular post on Instagram. Please understand who you are and stop placing yourself into situations that won't allow you to succeed. You only lose because of the choices you've made, and folks you've chose as well. Come on, man. Those choices won't allow you to win or have peace. You've got to know you. Now, this could be one of Coach Prime's just OG talks, but we know what this is probably really about. This is probably talking about Travis Hunter. And Coach Prime knows all about coming out of the projects, out of Fort Myers, going to Florida State, playing football and basketball, making good decisions, going to TV, going back to the NFL, going into coaching, winning on every level. And you do it by making good decisions. And you gotta make good decisions by stop placing yourself in situations that won't allow you to succeed. What is a place or situation you can put yourself with? Somebody that's not progressive. Dealing with somebody who is not progressive is the best way, the number one way to destroy your life. It is the number one way to destroy everything that you have going on. Just get an idiot, put your life in the hands, or get with a mate that's not equally yoked, somebody that don't have anything going for them, somebody that's a leech. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes being around your family, in the case of Travis Hunter, all of that is the same. A lot of that is what's going on. Okay, we're going to be honest. A lot of that. When we look at Travis Hunter, what do we see? We see a chick he's dealing with that never had nothing herself, that wasn't destined for no sort of greatness, okay? That all she's doing is making things about herself, runs her mouth too much, no accountability, in a sport where accountability is everything, in a career where accountability is everything, and you're dealing with a woman that's not accountable, and you're going to put yourself into that. This is how guys get destroyed, because you got to have people in your life that, listen, when they make a mistake, they can own to it, so that when you make a mistake, you can have ownership to it. It shouldn't be unilateral ownership. And it's unilateral ownership when you're talking about Travis Hunter and we're talking about his girl. Now, at that point, now what it is whatever she wants, whatever she's doing. You got to be accountable, but she can do whatever she wanted to do. She can do however she feel like.
And what y'all friends say? Who? And you put a sweet leg in the street, y'all. Is that right? And Paul, lay them hands. And tell them if you want more time, you'll move this way all night long. We're going to do this here moving all night long. Tonight, we're going to be in the pocket, y'all. This was a two-later rap, and Pee-wee, what? And Inga, is that right? Wagner, what? Water, something like that. Get on that, y'all. We're going to turn that brother out on the people we have all night, y'all. Hey, Rick. Oh, turn the spotlight just a little bit. Turn the flashlight, y'all. We got the lady over the radio. Y'all right here inside, y'all. All right now. And you know that we will get brother with it, baby. All right now. Well, take all the way, brother. Y'all go ready. Some of your fellas say, no, that's Tony. Wait a minute, that one down. They got the new one. This must have been going on the group for a long time, y'all.
With another episode of The
She keeps it straightforward, and she is on social, so they know how to go get you. And you thinking you conquering it, and you ain't, because it's all a plan.
You think you run a game?
Not yet. Because I'm gonna do your prenup for you.
in basketball, making good decisions, going to TV, going back to the NFL. In the case of Travis Hunter, all of that is the same. A lot of that is what's going on. Okay, we're gonna be honest. A lot of that. When we look at Travis Hunter, what do we see? We see a chick he's dealing with that never had nothing herself, that wasn't destined for no sort of greatness, okay? That all she's doing is making things about herself, runs her mouth too much, no accountability, in a sport where accountability is everything, in a career where accountability is everything, and you're dealing with a woman that's not accountable, and you're going to put yourself into that. This is how guys get destroyed, because you got to have people in your life that, listen, when they make a mistake, they can own to it, so that when you make a mistake, you can have ownership to it. It shouldn't be unilateral ownership. And it's unilateral ownership when you're talking about Travis Hunter and we're talking about his girl. Now, at that point, now what it is whatever she wants, whatever she's doing. You know, you got to be accountable, but she can do whatever she want to do. She can do however she feel like doing. And then you got to make excuses for her. She don't come from no money. You know, she's putting y'all relationship out there, exposing you, belittling you as a man in front of your face. You don't even recognize it. You don't recognize it, and then now you're down bad. Now you're having a problem. Now you're having a problem. Then when they take you for all that you go, all she's going to do, she's going to go to the next guy, get less. She's going to get less, not more, guys. She's going to get less. The situation, she's going to get less. And then she's going to use your fame and everything you building up for her like he's building a life for her. What does she do for him? I would love to know. What is it that he gets from her? Can we all know? What is it that Travis Hunter gets from her? Hunter doesn't get anything from her at all. Zero. And you try to tell her, man, let that girl go. You're going to find some chicks that you're going to come across on your route. Listen, they're going to be on point. They're going to look better than her. They're going to have more to offer you. Keep your options open. And the last thing that a man can do, women talk about selling for less. Let me tell you, last thing you can do is settle for a bum. Okay? And bums are in both places, in both genders. Yes, you can literally be out here going ham and letting the female take everything that you got. That ain't got nothing to offer you. Use you. Yes, you do have women that are bums too. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shirley Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all the just Curtis Bell. We're out.
Kingpin Rayful Edmond. He died at the age of 60 months after he was released from prison.
Edmond's operation profited hundreds of millions of dollars at the height of the crack epidemic back in the 1980s.
I'm back better than ever.
This is the most recent and only video of Rayful Edmond we've seen since his release from a federal prison last summer. Captured on camera at an airport just after his release and shared on social media. Then U.S. Attorney Jay Stevens.
I think Rayful Edmond has been held accountable for the human destruction and tragedy that he has brought to this city and to the lives of thousands of young people who live in this community.
The streets never sleep, and this time Rayful Edmond, the infamous kingpin who practically defined the crack era in D.C., suddenly died just a few months before he was set to be released from prison. Speculations are running wild, and let's just say the family is not staying silent. They're coming forward with shocking claims about who might have been behind his sudden
Okay. I don't believe that Rayful just died from no heart attack, and not saying that it couldn't have been. I just don't believe it. It's too many coincidences, like my man say, video framer Sean and HD. Too many coincidences, right? So what I'm saying is, you know, dude was getting ready to get all paper in 2025. All right. He been home since, you know, July. So 6 months. I feel like now ain't no time limit when God gonna tell you it's time. You know, ain't no time limit on that. But I feel like if somebody was gonna kill him, why now? Why? That's what, you know, makes it, you know, like something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right. Why, when he get ready to get all paper? Now, they just said allegedly the CIA or the law enforcement feel like they don't need him no more, so they got rid of him. We watch all these spy movies. That does happen, right? Now, if it was a retaliation, why now? That's just me and how my mind turns. Why now, right? So, but that could be a coincidence as well, you know. Opportunity allows somebody to get at them. And the way I want you guys look at a movie called Carry On. It's a scene in there where the dude, Justin Bateman, passed this officer when he was pressing dude that played in he played Elton John, and he played in The Kingsman with Samuel Jackson, played a English spy, you know. In this movie, The Carry On, they trying to sneak a nerve bomb on the train. I'm sorry to spoil it, but it's pertaining to what I'm talking about. So what I mean is the guy was trying to target one of the TSA guys uh to not screen the bag so the bag can get on the plane, and they was gonna blow the plane up, right? So the targeted guy, which was a black guy with twins and a wife, he got moved to another station. So the guy that played Elton John, that dude, he got at the station where he's screening the bag on the computer. So the hackers, the terrorist dudes, hacked into uh, the system. They watching him on the feed of the airport, and dude text him. So they got a girl in the airport that put an earpiece in one of the trays, and then told the guy, the Elton John dude that played Elton John, hey, this is not mine. So he come and get the earpiece. So he get a text on his phone. And the dude say, put the earpiece in your phone. So he say, put the earpiece in your ear that you holding. So dude let him know. He say, look, you know, you're going to remember this day for the rest of your life because of what's going to happen. He said, you're not my first choice. You just been put in this situation. He said, but you're in it, follow directions, and, you know, you'll be okay. But it's going to go down. So the dude like, well, who is this? Who am I talking to? He said, don't worry about that. But it's going to be a guy there with a red hat. You're going to let his bag through. So my man resisting, like, look, I ain't doing nothing. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? You know? Don't you know I work for Homeland? He like, look, man, I don't want to hear all that. And you better not hit the alarm. You better not text nothing on your phone. Lock your phone up in a lost and found and your watch. It's a great movie. Y'all need to see it. Carry On, right? I just watched it. And so it's pertaining to what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a scene that my man write in a invisible pen. He write a message to the cop, a black cop. Give it to him. So dude read it, and you got to shine the light on it. The light that comes in your house when somebody commit a murder and it's blood and somebody cleaned it up, that rayon light will see the blood on the floor, even when it's cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? So it was that kind of a pen. So, dude, the terrorist that's conducting all of this, he passed the cop and he stick him with something. Of course, it's poison because the guy have a heart attack. So now, with the Diddy thing going on and how people are just dying, like allegedly Heavy D, Andre Harrell, Kim Porter, and just relatively people with money that have access to the best kind of insurance and health care. Why is these people dying from a heart attack or pneumonia? So it's been discovered within the Diddy, you know, case that people that want to poison you, they doing it with nicotine. This is what video famous Sean and HD is saying. This is how, and also Jaguar, right? Let's give her props because she been saying it's poison out here that make you have symptoms like you're having a heart attack, or you can develop symptoms like pneumonia and die from it. So I say all that to say, did somebody stick Rafer with one of them nicotine poisons? You know what I'm saying? So I want to know from the halfway house, was he sick like with pneumonia like symptoms? Now, if he is really dead, I believe he was murdered. I don't believe the heart attack shit. I really don't. Because he done did too much. You know, not to just people in DC, but Colombians. You know what I'm saying? So, or, you know, this man did what he did and get ready to walk the streets. Somebody, look, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Watch what I tell you. If Alpo is really not dead, it's going to come out. He going to pop back up. That's why I'm convinced that Tupac is really dead, because if he went underground, because mind you, it wasn't no funeral. He's supposed to be Muslim, and they don't do funeral. Well, my thing was, hold on. If Tupac supposed to be Muslim, why didn't he have a funeral? I thought they was against cremation, and I don't know. But I just feel like Tupac wouldn't have been underground too long without saying nothing in all this time. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, so I'm like, I don't buy it. I just really don't. I just really don't. Now, I want to see pictures of him in the casket. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like him from what we saw in that airport. You know what I'm saying? You know, people take pictures of loved ones and have an everlasting picture of them before they die. Like my dad died, my mom died. I have pictures of them that I don't show nobody. They personal, they internal, they for the family, not for the world. You get me? Their last resting picture, you know. So I want to see pictures because he's a public figure. You know what I'm saying? So I just really believe if nobody murdered him in that fashion, he's not dead. I really believe that he was getting ready to get all paper in like next week, 2025. This man would have been a free man. He can't come back to DC. So where is he going to go? Did he have any money? Did he stash some money? Or is the government going to hide him out like they did Alpo? Was he in witness protection? Because they had us thinking he was in Kentucky or Tennessee. Now he end up in Florida and he's dead at a Florida halfway house. Why do that make sense? It don't, because what's what's near Miami? What's across the water? You know, them countries, Cuba, Colombia, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could have easily just been in his vicinity and hit him with something, and he laid down and died. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it's natural causes. It could be, but I just don't feel like it was just straight up like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you know, and the fact that they really didn't know, was it a history of heart problems, or was he on dialysis? Was he on high blood pressure medicine? See, all these things are not being detailed. So that's why I'm like,